so there was a Russian vice admiral called Andrei Popov, and he thought it was a marvellous idea to have a round ship because it could deflect shells, it would require less armour, and he got the idea from a Scottish shipbuilder called John Elder, and he thought that circular hulls would offer greater level of displacement of the water, so you could have a greater ratio of guns and so on. So why did it not work? What do you suppose was the reason?
Did it go around in circles?
It just went round in circles. So the minute you fire a gun, the boat went, whoa!
So you have to fire in all directions equally?
Yes, you'd have to fire at everything all at the same time.
If you're totally surrounded,
Yeah.
it's really useful.
Yeah, you'd have to be right in the middle
But
of
if
the
you've got
enemy.
your guys behind you, they're screwed.
It was called the Novgorod, and it got stuck in an eddy in the river Dnieper and spun round and round, making everybody incredibly sick before it was swept out to sea.
That's the thing with the whole thing with naval stuff is the kind of the starboard, the directions, you don't have that either.
Yeah, and the other thing is heat as well, because it concentrated all the heat inwards. It made the decks incredibly hot. There was so much water resistance, because it's not cutting through the water, that they could hardly make any speed at all. So for the Russia-Turkish War, 1877-1878, the ships were anchored on the shore in order to not make them
What
split
they
up.
should have done was twin hulls. You could have a circular top.
Yes, you could, as long as you were
a
able to...
catamaran.
Yeah, with a catamaran thing underneath, you're absolutely right.
I've got a degree in marine engineering.
It's too late to try and impress me, Anna.
If your penis is not growing seasonally, it is not. Were the world's least ship-shaped ships, which brings us around again to the perilous part of the show that we call General Ignorance. Fingers on buzzers, please. Can you name a body part that babies are born without? Yes. Remorse. Body part. I'm looking for a body part. Teeth? Yeah, it is their permanent teeth. A lot of people think that they are born without kneecaps. That is not the case.
That's not a thing that people think, do they?
Yeah, because they don't show up in X-rays.
It's invisible knee.
They're made of cartilage up until about 3 to 5. So there you are. There's, you can see that you cannot see, as it were.
I can smell that nappy from here. I just
It's not until 10 or 12 that you have the third kneecap, and that's why it doesn't hurt so much when you fall when you're younger, because it is sort of cushioned.
That's amazing.
In fact, the curious thing is when it's in the womb, it's almost all cartilage. It's a bit like a little giant ear. But it is the permanent teeth. They take a while for the baby teeth to fall out. It begins at around the age of 6. Anybody know? 2017 UK survey. What's the average amount the tooth fairy leaves for a tooth? Yes.
£2.
It's 88p. Who leaves 88p?
Synapry.
Yeah. Ostriches are the only animals in the world that have a double kneecap. They have an upper kneecap, which looks like that of most species, but also has a lower kneecap. Anybody know why? No, that's correct. Nobody knows why.
Is it still trying to take off, like the amount of weight when they used to fly?
Well, if you could figure it out, everybody would be thrilled.
Dedicate my life.
That's it. What is this man's official title?
Is it the Pope? Head of the Catholic Church?
Yeah, it's not his official title. So we rang, I love this, we rang the Papal Nunciature. Guess where they are located?
Lowestoft.
Wimbledon. And the spokesman translated the Pope's titles from the Vatican's official directory. They are Bishop of Rome, Vicar of Jesus Christ, Successor of the Prince of the Apostles, Supreme Pontiff of the Universal Church, Primate of Italy, Archbishop and Metropolitan of the Roman Province, Sovereign of the State of Vatican City, Servant of the Servants of God, but not Pope.
Try fitting that other name badge.
I know! It's a colloquial term from the Italian papa, so it's a style rather than an official title.
Why do you think those guys all around the back are looking in the air?
Because their hats haven't
And the
landed
Pope's
yet.
looking forward.
Supplementary question, is the Pope Catholic? I mean, literally, is the Pope a Roman Catholic?
No.
He's a Roman Catholic, yes.
Because the Pope, that is, this man, is not called the Pope. Then he is a Roman Catholic, this one is a Roman Catholic, but the actual Pope is the Pope of the Coptic Orthodox Church of Alexandria, and his official title is Pope of Alexandria and Patriarch of all Africa on the Holy See of St. Mark the Apostle. So he is definitely the Pope, but he isn't a Catholic. He's the Pope of the Coptic Orthodox Church. So the Pope, the man whose actual title is the Pope, isn't a Catholic. The Pope isn't officially called the Pope, and the man who actually is the Pope isn't a Catholic. Yeah. Name the third largest political party in the UK.
The SNP.
Now you ought to get this one. Any other guesses?
It can't be the Liberal Democrats. It can't be. Can't be UKIP. Can't be the Green Party.
So no, it's a party that you ought to know about.
Cooperative Party.
It is the Cooperative Party. And which party did you stand for?
The Labour and Cooperative Party.
So were you a Cooperative Party person or were you a Labour Party?
Both.
You were both.
Yeah, the Cooperative Party is affiliated to the Labour Party. There's no cooperative MPs who aren't also Labour Party MPs, and so you're always both.
But they currently has 38 MPs and 17 peers and 7 members of the Scottish Parliament.
Yeah.
But there was a pact with Labour in 1927. What was the reason for the pact? Because it made the Cooperative Party sort of disappear. I mean, even you, who is a Cooperative Party member, didn't say Cooperative Party. You came up with lots of other ones. I wonder why it has disappeared.
This has suddenly become taxman.
It's the most refreshing thing any politician has ever said. Name a movie the owner of this Hollywood star starred in. It's a trick one, isn't it? Where's the Oscar? There are 2 Harrison Fords on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So the original, wasn't he gorgeous? Silent movie star, isn't he stunning? Made more than 80 films from 1915 to 1932 and got his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 1960. In fact, the modern Ford initially called himself Harrison J. Ford because people were still talking about the old Harrison Ford, although the initial one had actually been dead for 10 years.
And maybe people were really spooked out by turning up for audition.
They were. And so it's time for the Walk of Shame that is the scores. In first place are Part 1, Part Human Encyclopedia, with no points at all. It's Sarah! In second place, excellent in parts, with minus 27, Johnny! Last place, the Coalition of Chaos, with minus 36, Alan and Ed! So, it's a big thank you to Ed. Part Human Encyclopedia, with no points at all. It's Sarah! In second place, excellent in parts, with minus 27, Johnny! Equal last place, the Coalition of Chaos, with minus 36, Alan and Ed! Johnny Vegas, Sarah Pascoe and Alan. I leave you with this. George Bernard Shaw found himself sat next to a tedious windbag at a party. Eventually he got a word in edgeways. I think between us, we know everything in the world, he said. How's that, replied the man. Well, you seem to know everything, apart from the fact that you're a bore. I know that. Thank you and good night.
Angela Barnes hosts a satirical comedy show and anyone can write for it. Kickstart your career in comedy by sending us your sketches and one-liners. Search Radio 4 Extra Newsjack. Friday, there's more on the Edge comedy for BBC Two Mock the Week.
And going for maximum publicity in our public and private show. So allow me to publicly unveil our panel. A private eye, Victoria Corin Mitchell. A private soldier, Phil Jupiters. A private property, Bridget Christie. A public convenience, Alan Davis. Let's give the buzzers their first public outing. Victoria goes.
This is Victoria.
Nice. Phil goes.
And second number 2, the fine Philip Jupiters.
And Bridget goes.
Final call for Bridget Christie. Final call for Bridget Christie.
And finally, Alan goes.
Unexpected item in the bagging area.
For a question about proximity. So, I want to ask you.
She's only just got casters.
Stop now, can you?
Am I close enough to trigger your reaction bubbles?
Without a shadow of a doubt. No, just feeling it now.
So why is it uncomfortable? Does anybody...
They don't get it. We were so close.
know why that might be uncomfortable?
But proximity.
Yeah, it is. It's the study of proxemics. It's the discipline of studying the space that we keep between ourselves. So, the founder of it is a US cultural anthropologist called Edward Twitchell Hall. You're right. And he...
You can just be coming to me.
No, darling, you're okay, because I might get injured. So there are 4 main zones, and you can see it up here. First of all, we have the public space. That is the distance at which you are comfortable.
And there's zone 6
addressing.
as well.
Oh yes, that's true. So the distance at which you feel comfortable addressing a crowd. Then there is social distance. That's where I would interact with my acquaintances. And then there is personal distance, which is coming up to 4 feet. So that's for friends and family. Now I'm going to pick you. This is intimate distance. Okay.